Okay, here I've got my Broadway theater flat, which I'm going to mark with the grid just like I did with the 4x4. Here I'm going to mark every inch and a half. So every inch and a half I'll put a mark, and that will also give me 8 boxes across by 8 boxes high, just like the 4x4 image. After I've marked all of my pieces, I can take a straight edge. I'm going to use a square today. And with that straight edge, I'm going to mark out my grid. Now your flats are 24 inches by 24 inches, so your grid's going to be every 3 inches. So you'll put a mark every 3 inches and then use a straight edge to draw across to get your grid. So once I've done one side, now I'll do the other on all the marks I made. Now you may be saying, I have all this extra fabric on my theater flat, on the large one or this small one. Well, we're going to cut all that off. And we can cut that off at the end. I'll either use scissors or a box knife, and I could cut all the excess fabric off the edge. So once I have my grid, I can start cartooning like I did on my large one. So I can match whatever's in my image to what's on my grid. And again, I can count out the boxes, or I can label the boxes. So I can count out, I know the lion's head is 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes across, and 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes high. And that's where I can start on my drawing. So I'll start with Pride Rock here. I'm following one box at a time. Until I get everything cartooned out. It's called cartooning. Now, you may not be going as fast as I am. You may be taking your time going a few boxes at a time. But I'm going to go every box at its time and follow my image till I start sketching out all of the images on this particular flat. So I can sketch out my sun. So as you can see, I'm starting to sketch out the Pride Rock and the sun image in the back. And I can start adding detail to it as I go along. Now, once I've sketched everything out, I'm going to go ahead and take my paintbrush and brush everything else I do not need off the flat, all the charcoal. So it'll lighten it up. before I paint. That way, I'm not mixing all that charcoal with the paint I put on the flat. But I'll leave the stuff that I need. So you can see it's lightened up everywhere. I've used the brush. So I brushed away all the charcoal. Then I can start painting, trying to match the colors as closely as I can. You may not get an exact color match, but you can try your best.